Ist man von Geburt an böse? Oder bekommt man das Böse erst eingeflößt? Du bist grün.
Das stimmt.
Wicked explores, among many other things, what it feels like for someone to be excluded because they are different. A theme most certainly a lot of people can relate to.
Yeah, me too.
What should moviegoers take away from the movie, in your opinion?
Even though you come from very different backgrounds and cultural, political sensibilities, you can burst your bubble, reach out, come to understand the other person's point of view, walk a mile in their shoes, so to speak, and finally collaborate and love each other.
To me, it's the path to transcendence. It's your choice of who you are. When you know the truth, when the story that you've lived your whole life, this is what a hero looks like, this is what a villain looks like, this is what beautiful is. When you realize that story may not be for you, then who do you become? And what are your choices of what you're gonna do about it?
You discover something about yourself, then that's the truth. But are you able to fulfill the truth? Are you able to say, this is what I am? I discover, yes, I'm gay. Yes, I'm this, I'm that. But I want you to love me for me, and not try to change me to be something else that I am not.
So I hope people feel energized by the end and become their unique, beautiful selves.
Kalender.
Wicked.
Ich weiß, von meiner Großmutter. Ich würde ihn verschenken, aber so sehr hasse ich niemanden.
Hey.
Komm doch auch heute Abend und erzähl mir nicht, du hättest nichts zum Anziehen. Du kannst nämlich den hier tragen.
I wondered, how does it feel like to bring one of the most popular musicals of all time as a movie adaptation to the big screen? What does it feel like to finally share it with the world?
I have a lot of gratitude for the people who come before us, the 20 years of work. I do think making a movie is a different medium, and so I felt like a great responsibility to translate that, not just for them, but for all the fans in the world. For myself, really, too. And so I tried to use the grandness of cinema to enhance those things that needed to be grand, and use the intimacy of cinema to try to really pull out the emotions that you can't necessarily get to in a show because you're 10 rows back. So we tried to really get the spirit of what Wicked is and try to be as true as possible, and yet expand it in a way that you experience Wicked as if you've seen it for the first time.
Well, you played the wizard, and the Wicked sets are really impressive, and the iconic wizard head was built, and I wondered, were you able to actually control parts of the wizard head?
No, I pretended. Nathan Crowley did all those sets. What a production designer. I think he'll be much celebrated for his accomplishment. Beautiful designs. But that head weighed 1 ton. Yes, it was real. We didn't have any CGI. They planted 9 million tulips, and they built my whole throne room, and they built that head, and there was a special guy who really made it work. That's his specialty. He's devoted his life to that kind of thing, and he was there doing that. Then I'd go there and pretend to work some of those things and work. But he was doing all that. It's very complicated puppetry. It's amazing. Yeah.
Madame Horrible is such a fascinating character because I think she really believes that she's good. What do you think is Madame Horrible's ulterior motive?
She has got very clear goals. Why is she the dean of the University of Shiz? It probably is a little bit of a lonely existence because she's the only one who has magic. And she has been trying to find someone who could practice magic with her and hopefully be even a bigger, a better witch. She was trying to nurture Elphaba into harnessing her magic. But of course, she would love Elphaba to do as she wants. It's that gray area. And when Elphaba didn't believe in her goals and dreams, she turned on her. And in Madame Horrible's book, it was like, you betrayed me. Who is wicked here?
I also read that singing in Wicked terrified you, but you enjoyed it nonetheless. So I wondered, would you be open to more singing roles in the future?
In the movies, yes. Yeah, not on stage though.
Something has changed within me.
Was andere denken, schert sie einen Dreck.
Something is not the same.
Da irrst du dich. In Wahrheit tut sie nur so.
There are a lot of magical songs, and I wondered, have you picked a favorite yet?
I mean, Jonathan Bailey's song, Dancing Through Life, is fantastic.
Oh my God, I want to dance like that.
Well, popular.
Popular. I'll help you be popular.
Popular was one because it's so catchy, it's so funny. Ari is just, her comedic timing is so brilliant. But I think the one that resonates the most with me is Defying Gravity. And it's such a beautiful song.
Defying Gravity is probably the most complicated musical sequence I've ever shot. That involves physical sets that we built, Cynthia on a wire, singing live. The sound is really important, even though we're throwing wind at her and she's spinning on rigs.
It ends the movie and I'm just a mess of tears and excitement at the end of it.
What do you think can people and fans expect from Wicked Part 2?
I think the best is yet to come. But I will say in movie 1, if it's about choices, then movie 2 is about the consequences of those choices. And it's not easy once you make a big, bold choice. Sometimes it's lonely. Sometimes you question, what is this land that doesn't want you? Why do you even care about the people there? Why don't you just leave right away? And there's a lot of interesting questions that come with that.